Hello, and welcome to the table. I am Nate Garland, your historian for this evening. I didn't know what else I was going to say, so I'm glad you're here.
Roll the clip.
Y'all want to roll the clip? Y'all want to say hi? Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
We're in
sorry.
a mood.
I didn't see you there.
Well,
We crack open the records.
no.
What happened the last time? We were together, Nate.
I know, right?
I might leave.
We're-
I thought this was serious, so
Yeah.
I think I'm out.
It's just one of those energies tonight.
An avid professional. Yeah. I feel like I'm not being
Thank
taken
you
serious.
for joining us for this evening.
You're not talking to me.
I mean,
Okay.
thank you for joining me this evening. All right. Well, before we begin, let's open up the records for review. While Reshik Madvadev, Morvid, and Yannick were exploring the tunnel system under Proxtrania with Lena, Lydia, Kriqit, and Oliver. While Lena, Lydia, Kriqit, and Oliver spent their morning at the safe house. That is so hard to say. The younger Madvadev showed off his plans for a new personnel perambulator, and the group decided to head to the address Lena had given Rock before the appointed time. When they arrived at the apartment, they spotted the Björn gang in furious activity before the bomb inside of the Edivarian perambulator exploded. Below the surface, Rock accepted the inevitable before Lena saved him with her manipulation of the elements. Morvid suffered a major concussion and loss of vision from her left eye. The group escaped the underground and started to make their way back to Proxtrania. Amid the chaos of the warehouse explosion, Lydia and Kriqit convinced Oliver to calm down and stay on task instead of deserting the army. Thanks.
Thanks.
Oh, this session.
I yelled at him.
I told him to stay.
I killed a lot of people that day. Oh,
Ah.
that's today.
He's
Still today.
Oh no.
Duo bomber.
The sound of a knock makes the middle-aged man jump and drop his cane. Who the blazes could that be? Leaving the walking aid on the floor, he limps over to the front door, peering through the peephole. A curly mop of blonde hair engulfs his limited view. "Who is it?" he asked from behind the door. "A friend of a friend," the stranger responds. "I'm looking for Miles Delatar." "Who? Never heard that name? So off with you," the man says without pause. "Oh, pity. Oh then, I believe the baker was mistaken." A pause before the door opens a crack. "Bet you're a clever boy?" the man asks. "Only occasionally," Declan responds with a kind smile. "May I come in?" The man opens the door. His surprisingly youthful features peer at the bookstore owner before looking up and down the peaceful suburban street. Upon his arrival, Declan thought the outskirts of Bast were more akin to the middle-class neighborhoods of Edivaria. Cookie-cutter housing from a catalog. Idyllic. "Well, you gonna stand there? Or you gonna come in?" the man said. "Oh, well, you haven't actually invited me inside, sir. Didn't stop you from knocking on my door, did it? Take your shoes off," the man replies before opening the door wider, turning his back on Declan, and begins limping down the hallway. He's a pleasant one, Declan thinks. "I appreciate your hospitality, Miles." "It's Melton," the man snaps. "Pardon?" Declan asks. "Change my name. It's Melton." the man says, struggling to lift his cane from the floor. Oh, let me, Declan says, scooping the cane up and handing it to the man, who promptly swipes it from his grasp. We almost had it, the man says before limping his way to an old recliner in the living room. Do you mind if I turn the radio down a little? Declan asks over the sound of the blaring music. What? Yeah, I do, but go ahead, Milton replies, seemingly unfazed by the cacophony that fills the tiny space. Upon arriving back at the couch, Declan sits and pulls out his journal. Sure, make yourself at home, Milton says in a huff. Thank you, Captain. Now, what sort of magic you work on Jeloni? The man asks. Declan locks eyes with him. This was a test. And he knew it. This exterior was Milton, not Miles. I told him who sent me, and the urgency of why. Declan responds. Oh, and who exactly sent you? Miles asks, his dark eyebrows furrowed. Declan pulls out his business card, handing it to the man before responding. Viola asked me personally to find out what happened to her father. Miles' eyes shift from the card to Declan's gaze. Your grandpa know what you're up to? He asks. No, nor does he need to. He has his own business to attend to, Declan replies. And how am I supposed to help exactly? Miles asks. There are only a few people who saw what happened that day at Ravensguard, and most of them are dead or missing. Miles cuts him off. Not this again. Look, lad, you feel bad for the girl. I really do, but spare me the rehearsed rhetoric, Captain. I'm not the newspaper, Declan retorts. Miles grunts before, with great effort, rising from his chair supported by his cane. The man begins to slowly pace the living room, the thud of the cane muffled by the carpet. Why the interest now? Miles asks, more to himself than Declan. Despite this, the young man responds. Viola's interest. No. I would expect she's always wondered. Miles stops and slowly turns to his guest. Aha. Now I get it. She knows you do whatever she asks, he says, eyebrows raised, smirk visible. Of course Well, yes. She's the queen, Declan says, cheeks blushing. Uh-huh. So, you think I know where to find a dead man? Odd way to phrase it, Declan thinks, but remains silent. What do you know about the fall of Ravensguard? Miles asks. About as much as everyone else, Declan smirks, but I did visit the fortress. Very helpful soldier showed me around. If it is to be believed, you weren't among the dead. Oh, really? Good to know I didn't kick the bucket. I'm thirsty. You want something? Miles asked, shuffling from the living room before waiting for an answer. Declan quickly rises from the sofa, following down the hallway. I would love some tea, thank you. The old man grumbles back, kettle's on the stove, before pouring himself something from a glass bottle on the shelf. He leans against the counter and sighs. Lad, I know you have your orders. Sometimes the past should stay what it is. Silence falls in the kitchen as Declan prepares his tea. I only want to help Viola. That business card says otherwise, lad, Miles says before taking a sip from his glass. Would you have believed I was on the Queen's business if I didn't show you? That said, I can't guarantee this particular adventure wouldn't be documented, the young man says, hoping his honesty would be appreciated. By you or the old man? Miles asks. We share the same goals, Captain. Except when it comes to the pretty girl on the throne, Miles quips. Miles, I've traveled a long way for a guest to lead on a task that is impossible, given to me by the most powerful person in Adelia. Are you going to help me out, or should I buy a train ticket home? Declan says, his annoyance only slightly masked. The older man raises both eyebrows, takes another sip of his drink, and sighs once more. If I help you, you have to promise me something. Silence. I'm listening. You'll see this through to the end. You write your notes, but make no judgments until you understand the scope of what you're seeking. Declan's heart leaps, the excitement for knowledge growing. I can promise that. So, the world's about to change anyway, if the news is to be believed. The least we can do is give the girl some solace. Grab your things. We have a train to catch, Miles says, leaving Milton's cane leaning against the wall, while grabbing his coat and hat, before limping for the door. Thanks for joining us for episode 14. Welcome to the table. And we're back.
Oh boy.
March 18th, 617 AC. Civilians gather in droves to help move the wreckage of the former warehouse, finding survivors and the dead under the rubble. A makeshift triage area is cleared as Oliver Wembley treats wounds, while Kriqit and Lydia help find survivors. As veil swap falls, the local doctors from a nearby clinic are made aware of the scope of the situation and arrive to assist the young medic with administering treatment. So to set the scene, you guys are currently, there's probably a good 30 civilians, like people that would have been living in apartments, close by, whatever. They're helping clear wreckage from this thing. There was,
It's kind of nice. It's like a community event.
Yeah, you did this.
I'm really
brought
like,
everybody
I'm
together.
really, yeah. Have make a stand with like lemonade.
What are the Falstat soldiers who were on patrol possibly? What are they doing? Are they helping as well, or?
So, if you remember, the Falstat doesn't
We don't go to the old
Go to
city.
the old city.
Yep. Okay, great.
Also, most of them
Cool.
got shipped out.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's.
I mean, there is a contingency of a little bit,
Right.
At the
Okay.
base that there, but
I was just wondering if they came running when they heard an explosion, but
Is there
yeah.
many accents?
Just
in this
another
area?
explosion.
Or would all the locals have like?
it'd be a melting pot.
Empty melting pot.
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm definitely I'm definitely like knee deep in wreckage, trying to pull things off of people.
Yeah, me too.
And stuff.
But also making small talk with people near me. It's like crazy what happened here. Can't believe it's so close to home. You never can trust these soldiers.
He's like picking up the same piece of rubble and bringing it back to him.
I'm also making probably close to hourly check-ins with Oliver, just being like, Oliver, breathe.
He's much more in a like his brain is locked in to the task currently after the initial sort of like brain break.
I do just give him the occasional reminder to breathe.
Yeah.
Even so.
So and like as I said, like in the clinic close by, which when they arrive, they recognize Oliver, which you guys have not been to the clinic. But this, you gather this would be the clinic that him and Morbid would have worked at. So they're helping with some of this treatment. An interesting thing kind of happens though, as he's there, like first on the scene, and clearly the most inexperienced out of all of them. He's still like ordering, and they're just following orders. Like his like brain, like he's not paying attention to anything else besides what he has to do. Like the task is locked in currently.
Yeah.
And like even if like you guys bring people in, he just points like, okay, this is where they go. He's not responding to anything else besides doing what he needs to do. But the like all of the people that show up are, you know, they're just civil. Like you don't see anybody that would be like, oh, they're low risk or anything like that. These are all just civilians that are helping out with the situation. There are a lot of survivors, but there are a few dead.
I'm definitely counting in my head as we
And
go
the
along.
people that are dead, they're Beer Gang?
Yeah.
They're Beer Gang.
Yeah.
I also would probably end up like starting to kind of make a count, and if I accidentally start getting reports of people who are missing, I would write those names down too. So I'm not looking for people to talk to, but if they start talking to me because I have a notebook out, that works.
Sure.
Yeah. Just working on, you know, like getting all the people that we can medical treatment that need it, and then the people that are deceased, trying to find identification to, you know, send their families messages that their family member is deceased, you know, trying to figure out who these people are.
Which you notice that some of them, like, there's like, you know, a woman probably middle age, a little bit. She is holding one guy, like a young man in her arms, and she's just wailing.
I will not make small talk.
I think Lydia sees that and just is like, and just keeps moving on with the task.
There's probably, by your best count so far with the rubble moved, anywhere between 25 and 30 members of the Beer Gang that would have been in this.
Okay.
But it takes a long time. Like, it's getting dark because it's just piles of rubble. People are tired.
Based off the reactions of the community, would you say that they're happy the Beard Gang is indifferent to, or really upset that they were hit? You know, it's like, what does the community think about?
What's the public poll?
Yeah. What do you say?
Instinct.
Oh, I fail.
Yeah, there's just a lot of emotion, so you're not really sure.
Yeah.
Most people have the sort of thing where their face is just, or they're also locked in on the task of just, let's just move this. They're not, you know.
Yeah. So I still don't know if I'm the good guy or the bad guy in this situation. I'm just gonna hope that I'm the good guy.
Who would do this?
Who would do such a thing?
Who would do
This
who would
is
do such a thing?
it's crazy. Oh man.
Sometimes you just hope that when you're holding a TV, you just hope that you just get out and you're okay. Referencing Hot Rod.
Where's Richard to tell you what the odds are?
Literally. Question, is Mikhail anywhere in this chaos?
What kind of check should I give you? Give me a persistence check as you're trying to do this while
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, no, that's a definite no.
You're not looking for Mikhail.
I look up and then I'm like, never mind.
Forever.
Hey, I'm no expert, but it seems like this might have been some sort of explosion, maybe from like a tampered perambulator or something. It's just, man, it's just crazy. You never know what's gonna happen. It's just,
It's like they might have
Meanwhile, you're in the mech suit. Helping I think I would have probably,
if only there was somebody that knew they were doing it. It's just,
I think I'd probably walk up to Oliver at some point with just water and just be like,
He sets it down, doesn't look at you, doesn't just continues to like there's a young man that's kind of like laid out on this cot. Like they grabbed stuff from the clinic too to kind of help set up more of this triage because you guys just had them laying on the ground or away or whatever, and they got them up on these things. And so he is like bandaging up this arm. I think it's shredded from where rubble would have fallen on this guy. And so he's just doing his best to try to do that. But you can see like his like drenched in sweat this entire time, and the like he's various articles of like he's down to just his undershirt. It's like because he like ripped like things off because things were just bloody, whatever, and he's just trying to just keep focused as he's moving. They from the clinic they brought some supplies so now he's wearing gloves at this point like he wasn't before. None of that stuff he had on him to do this amount of treatment that was needed.
right.
But as you kind of do that and he drinks the water, sets it down, and continues to do that, one of the other doctors from the clinic puts his hand on him and just like motions him just to step out, just take a breather. So he grabs the cup and walks out, and the other guy takes over for him.
Yeah. Thank you. And I'll follow Oliver outside. You all right?
And we're right. Do we need help with?
No, we're doing all right out there. It's just getting dark, so there's not much we can do. But we're trying.
Where's Kriqit?
Pulling people out.
Sure, I'll help.
No, it's okay. Sit.
Okay.
Breathe.
Okay. All right.
Promise?
No. He smiles. Okay.
Promise.
Promise.
Thank you. And I'll go keep helping.
As light fades from Proxtrania, Lena and Yannick arrive back
Ah.
in the town.
What?
Nothing.
Lena says,
I can only imagine.
What are your
what you guys
what were your friends? Were they supposed to? Were you supposed to meet?
Where were we supposed to meet? At the warehouse?
Who were they supposed to meet?
You guys told. If
Us.
memory serves.
No, them.
No,
like,
them.
where were we supposed to meet?
Because they left us.
Them?
Them.
Is that what she's asking? Like Kriqit,
The
Lydia, and
warehouse.
Olivia? Or
Where we-
Olivia? Oliver?
I'm trying to back my brain up now.
Where are we supposed to meet
the
at-
warehouse
It was the
because
warehouse.
we don't know that the
Yes.
warehouse exploded.
Right.
You guys are supposed to go there because you
Was it
don't
the
want
apartment?
them to go in to find like angry.
Right. And we needed help to get Morvid back.
Right. But like step one was making sure that they don't walk into a trap.
Right. Too late for that. Not a trap, but yeah. The warehouse, I think.
They're in it.
The warehouse, is that like a house that becomes a house?
It's the house that's in 7 million pieces.
Why is that accurate?
What is that?
It's Oliver.
Gotta share that on the Discord.
It's just
It lines up. It lines up. It lines up.
Yeah, we're the warehouse
Okay.
on the street that it's on. You know where it is.
Yes. Let's go.
And are we coming in like we came from the north?
Mhm.
So is this like I can't remember position in the within the city? Is the old city on the north side of the city?
So it's on the east side of the city.
Okay.
So essentially, the north side of the old city is Lodris territory.
Right.
So you have to like go out and around, or
Okay.
through the city and then back in. Essentially,
Lead the way.
she like with like renewed energy. With renewed energy, she begins to shuffle. Like
Zero.
what kinds
so
of things?
chaotic.
He's the cart. He's the cart.
Anyway, here we go.
Sweets from the trough,
Sorry, we should have done this before.
I'll do a regular Coke.
0 for me.
Too much.
Anyway.
How many options? I mean, we're already chaotic.
It's true. Can't get any
Well,
worse.
thanks, Lady Goldfish.
Sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
We represent all of
Here,
their
I'll hand
beliefs.
We represent the Stuff Mart.
There's
That's
Sprite,
not a
Coke,
Coke Zero.
Cherry Zero.
Cherry.
I'll do Sprite because I shouldn't have caffeine.
I shouldn't either, but here I go.
Anyway, pardon this interruption.
What?
Do you have a regular Coke? Oh, wait, is this
Right
mine?
next
Is
to
this
my-
mine or yours? This is
Oh,
mine.
chat would like
Oh.
a cherry Coke.
Can you want more?
Yeah.
Two.
Yes, please.
Right
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I love
like-
us.
This is ridiculous.
Thank you.
Who?
I said the chat would want a cherry Coke.
The ghost behind the camera?
Who knew?
The person you hear talking all the time, but it's
Ah.
actually part of
I see Matt over there with his lean in his cup.
Did you not want to cook?
I got one. See you with your lean.
I'm not here.
I've been
He's
craving
leaning.
for a while. Can we switch?
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think I have one.
To the warehouse.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. Okay,
She
that
says-
works.
It might be prudent to check the warehouse from the apartment before we go down, just in case.
Would we have heard an explosion as we approached? Okay.
No, because that would have been hours before.
Sure. You're right.
Yep.
Very good. Yeah.
Just to get
Whatever
the,
you think.
Get the view on the warehouse, just in case. So she goes back, or you guys go through the city. It takes about probably another 20 minutes, 30 minutes before you make it back into the old city. Heading down like south and then east and then north again to bypass any sort of at this point you guys are just trying to not be seen by either faction. So
Trying to think back to last session, how many harvests I might have left.
you got yourself out of the tunnel.
And then I showed off.
You sucked a tree or something. You
Yeah.
just sucked the moisture out of a
I
tree.
did do
That
that.
was your first one.
That's
Yeah,
that
you
was
said that was the only harvest you've done.
well. I got out of the tunnel.
You had to-
That
you
would
had
have been
to
a harvest. So
Move his stuff
two.
out to get to in the tunnel.
So two.
Well, you
Because the
And then
other
the
ones
other-
were during combat.
right. Well, you tunneled from your section to our section,
Right.
And then you helped her out.
You also messed up the elevator. You fried the
wow.
elevator.
You're right. That was 3.
I think you're out of harvest.
Okay. Then I will just
Yeah.
use my ears instead of my weird trick.
Lana might have some fun with this.
Well, she can only do earth. And she doesn't have my skills. Rock. Not the avatar, obviously. Neither am I.
Not sponsored. Yeah.
Not sponsored. Just listening, like, to the... Yeah, like, do we hear any, like, hubbub
As you get
once we, like, get to the city?
when you get closer to
Because we know, like, we caused an explosion
Mm-hmm.
in the tunnel, like, and not really knowing where that was potentially in relation to the city.
I mean, on your travels back,
people
there
would've-
would have been no way that the city would have heard
Okay.
that particular cave-in. Because that explosion would have been underground, and the only thing that would have happened then would have been the sinkhole.
You're right,
So-
you're right. I keep forgetting that was so far away.
Yes.
Great. But yeah, just listening to,
Yep.
as we kind of following
Yeah.
Lena.
There is. Now, you guys are behind, so. I mean, you do hear commotion on the other side of the apartment building. You're not quite sure. It seems like a lot of hubbub. You can't see anything, but you hear it as you approach the apartment building.
Is it normally this busy this time of day?
Not usually.
Think something happened?
You don't think your friends were caught, do you?
Well, I don't know about that, but Kriqit did set an explosive device in the warehouse the other day. Possibly. I mean,
Became a sicko.
not Kriqit. What's his fake name? Shoot.
We've already. She already knows.
That's right. She knows everything. She's one of us. Poliver. Kriqit Poliver. I
I hate
mean,
it here.
Oliver Dawkins.
Cricket's a nickname anyway.
See what I mean? So many names.
I can't remember it. Was Lena aware of the bomb?
I don't know, but she is now.
I think we might have. I don't think we.
I don't think she
I don't think we
was.
specified, but we were like, "Hey, don't do this." No,
Because she was with you guys,
we
wasn't she?
did. I think
But we did the bomb before she showed up.
I think we did because
I thought
I
she was
told
with
her-
you when you said it.
I told her
Did
that.
she take you to the warehouse?
Well, we
Or
had
break
said
in
it.
with you?
We had said it, and then she
She
came,
broke
and then
in
we came
after
out.
us.
But I do think that she knows that we booby trapped something. She doesn't know the specifics, but like she knows that there is an explosion.
I don't know the specifics. I'm not a mechanic like Poliver, but
Something wrong with your eye.
yes, I'm very tired. Um, but he might have rigged something to explode.
She says, or she just books it for the apartment.
Yeah.
She
I'll
runs
just
up the steps.
follow suit.
Um,
I'm very persistent.
she flings the door open, does the side like leaning against the wall with the and like leaning over to open up the blinds from the window just a little bit to look down. Snaps them closed.
What do you see?
I think your friends caused some trouble.
Oh man,
It's just a
Almighty.
crater.
Almighty help us. Do I see them at all?
It's dark
Smoke
at this point, so it'd be hard to see. Like you see people moving, but you wouldn't be able to just like, pick them out.
Sure. What should we do?
What if my brother was in there?
I mean, we can go down and it looks like they're.
She bolts.
I'll follow you.
the window?
No.
Oh.
She bolts
Forgot
the
I stole
door.
her shirt.
Shut
Oh,
behind
she bolts
her.
the door. Got it.
Should I lock the? Okay.
She's already like
Bolts
halfway out the like opening the down the steps.
Running won't help.
She's
Anything?
gathering speed.
Ay.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Okay. Focus.
This is so serious. There's
Gotta get
so many
help.
deaths.
Yeah.
For morbid.
Sorry, I caused them.
And. All right. I'm coming. Might follow her.
Okay.
Ooh. Wait. No. Wrong. Safe house. Never mind. Okay.
Wrong safe.
I was like, I'll put my armor on quick, but nope. Wrong safe house.
Do you have a spare set of armor?
Light, preferably.
So you see,
I'm just gonna say it because it's funny. I thought you said I put my arm around her first.
Armor.
Now's the time to make a move.
Wait.
They're there.
Armor.
Put my arm around her first.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I can see how you would think
I heard.
But so she's like in
Not a
front,
kiss,
and
not.
she runs, turns a corner, and you hear "ouch!" and like she continues to run. As you come around the corner, you see Oliver sitting on the ground up against this building. Like she had like tripped over him and kept running. He looks up.
Shoot, Mark. Mark.
Oh,
Is that you?
yeah.
Oh. How, Hugo.
That's right. That went off.
Bad at this.
What went off? Are there other people around?
Oh yeah, there's like probably what you can tell. There's probably 20 to 30 people.
I'll pull
Moving
out
rubble.
a notebook like I'm here for the ow, I just stabbed myself with my pen.
Oh,
The Bartolon Times,
okay.
and I'm like just writing up a news brief. What happened here?
He's on the beat.
There's a very confused look on Oliver's face.
I'm Hugo, the reporter for the Bartolon Times.
Wow. Okay, all right.
Just play along, Oliver.
It was an explosion. A
Oh,
lot of people dead.
really? What do the authorities, have they come by yet?
No.
Interesting. How many dead?
At this point, it looks like. Wow. I cannot block in that accent tonight. This is too chaotic. This whole trip. Give me a moment. Wait, no, it's okay. By my count. At least 9.
9? Oh man. Where are the others?
He looks over. As he looks to the left, you see the triage area with a bunch of those clinic, the doctors from the clinic, kind of treating some patients. And then he looks over and gives a nod to the right. And just in the darkness, you can see like Kriqit walk by, trying to get everyone out.
We need to go north.
What happened?
Morvid's hurt.
What do you mean?
There's a cave in. The tunnel under that caved in. There's a drake. This is messy. She's not doing so great. Lena and I got back here as fast as we could. Is there like a truck we could borrow? Do you know of? Does the clinic have a truck?
Maybe?
Will they notice it's missing for an hour or two? You could ask. I don't know.
He goes, and you see him walk away into the triage tent, and he's talking to somebody. They look very confused, but eventually comes back with keys in the hand.
I'm sure you don't know how to drive.
I told them that we're gonna go get the truck to get anybody that needs lifted. We gotta do this quick.
Okay. We didn't really come out where there was a road. So, hopefully it's a truck that can go off-road. I don't know if a truck is a good idea. I don't know what I'm doing. Where's Kriqit? Kriqit! Oliver! Oliver!
Yes.
Where's Lydia?
What was her name?
I don't remember.
No, Katashina.
Katashina?
What?
Someone's here for you.
Who could possibly be here for me? Oh, hello.
Hello, I'm Hugo from Botland Times. I need a statement.
I think this statement is all around you. Hugo.
You're right
All
here.
right.
We
One
need
moment.
Hugo?
And I run over and I rip out the pages with the missing people names and I hand it to whoever
Is that your
seen
brother?
that guy that I saw before who took over for Oliver that seemed like he
Hugo,
might
Hugo?
be in charge.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna hand it. These are all the people who are missing so far, in case you find names.
Any sign of Lena?
She's currently just like it's one of those things where she's just like looking at everybody that's like she runs into the treehouse. She's looking at everybody that's there, probably a little bit more forcefully than like she's like bumping people out of the way, and like if there's like a hat that's just like kind of just like skewed on somebody, she's like lifting it up and setting them down, running back over to the thing to start moving rubble. She's like, eventually she catches one of your attention, unless you're catching her attention.
Yeah.
I don't know if my brother is here or not. Did you see him? You wouldn't know.
No, I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah. What does he look like? Oh, wait, no, I already talked to you.
What does he look like?
Like me? But a boy?
Did I see anyone
Okay,
like that?
we can take you to the infirmary. He might be there.
Have you checked?
Did you check the...
I got a list of missing people. No one has reported anyone by that name.
Of missing people?
Yes.
Well, now we can add the name to it, I guess. Or is it missing...
Well, he's been missing long before this incident.
Oh, right,
Yes?
that's right.
Right.
So,
I'm overreacting.
there's a chance he may not
I'm
even have been
overreacting,
here.
Right?
Right.
If
Possibly.
you're reacting inappropriate
It was
amount.
just an explosion. I mean, what could have gone... Oh, yeah, I'm not good at this.
But we do have, and I hold up the keys. We have a way to get Morbid and Rock.
new car.
We
Sorry, where are they?
should go get them and then come back.
Where are they?
They're north of the city. I'll explain on the way.
You want me to come with?
I think we should all go.
All right.
Do you have like a perfect sense of direction and that like you could go back to that exact spot?
I have a near perfect sense of
Or is
direction.
it just like direction?
North and south,
Sorry.
Okay.
east and
So
west.
were you... Yeah.
Yeah, have you checked the deceased?
Yes.
Not there?
Not there.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
That is good news.
How many were missing according to my list?
If you want to stay,
At this point, from what you gathered,
Uh huh.
7.
7.
Missing?
Yeah.
9 dead, 7 missing. If you want to stay, that's fine.
They would recognize me if any of them see me.
I could help with that.
And I
Makeover?
I pull out my
Don't
extra
have
set
time.
of clothes.
Do any of you know how to drive?
He does.
He does.
Okay. She just takes them.
He does not want to drive again.
He's a mean man.
Let's go.
Okay. Get in?
Well, so
We have to go to
Oliver
where
says-
the truck is.
I'll show you where the clinic's at. Let's go.
All right.
So you all head, following Oliver, to this. What you see is when you are arriving is a church building, and then directly connected on the side is like kind of a built out, which it looks much newer than the church itself. Just a building that's built on the side of it, and there it kind of runs around the back, and you kind of all follow around, and there's some sort of just a little bit of parking behind the clinic, and there is it's kind of a beat up old truck here. But he handed the keys.
I'll try to start it.
I gave you keys. It should be fine.
Well, I mean, obviously you've never worked with an engine. Sometimes a key doesn't start it. So I'm gonna try to start it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm being very rude.
Remember, you liked this.
Well, you called dibs, right? That's this girl.
Oh, right. You're not talking about that.
In front of Lena.
She's not there.
No, that didn't happen.
Okay.
She didn't follow.
Because I said that.
Before we go,
Oh, I forgot to give her jacket back.
I just want to apologize again for the way that I
We can
acted.
do it on the road, man. It's alright. It's fine.
Well, on the road, everyone would be like stuck in with us.
Okay.
And I kind of.
Sure.
All right. I have to try to start it.
I'm not gonna make you give you a logic check here. I can start.
Starts out.
Yep.
Gas full.
All right.
About half.
That should be enough.
All right.
We're
All right.
going, we're going north.
Got an address.
All right.
Out of the city to the north. East.
So some of you, I mean, there's only room for 3 smaller people or 2 people up front and 3 in the bed of the truck.
I will be up front with Kriqit to navigate.
Okay.
I can be in the back.
Oliver's back there too. I guess only 4 dude.
Does
Let's count wrong. Lana's not with you.
Yeah.
We don't know what she knows, I guess. It's up
What's
to
that?
Nick what she
I
knows.
was just like out of game. I was asking if Lena knew if we made the bomb or not. I forget if we said that in front of her.
I told her.
Okay. Okay, back in.
Wait, I can't. It's not gonna come to me. Did you make the bomb or not? Sorry. Go ahead.
We're gone.
You're welcome.
All right. So Lena, beautiful day we're having.
Lena's not
She's
here.
not here.
Oh, I thought she was in the car with me.
No.
No, it's just
I'm
me,
practicing
Kriqit.
then. Beautiful day we're having. Sorry I might have exploded your brother.
I wouldn't start with that.
How would you start it?
Just maybe how are you doing?
Maybe I'll just wait to see if she finds her brother, and then I won't have to say anything.
That's a great plan.
Okay.
It's a great plan. How are you doing?
Surprisingly, better than I thought I would be. I think it was easier to kill a bunch of people all at once rather than just like one face to face. Because like one face to face, I would have had to like look at them, but with these, I kind of got like 8 out of the way already.
Were you
Kind
here
of like
when
a big band-aid.
Were you here when it went off?
Oh, close by, close enough to feel the explosion. I didn't think it would make that big of an explosion, honestly. Small combustion engine like that, you know, just really went off.
Well, now you know for next time.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less.
I didn't even feel anything as I was pulling the bodies out. It's weird.
No.
Nothing
I
at
think
all.
maybe it might hit me later, but for now I'm okay.
Okay. Well, if you need someone to talk to about it.
What can you say?
Oh, take a left, not a right.
1,000 yards there.
In the back. So Oliver has grabs his satchel again, and he's like pulls out. He's like, only got 1 pair of gloves. You cold?
No, I'm okay.
Pulls it in. It's like very chilly in the back of this moving truck. Thanks for keeping my head on straight.
Thanks for staying. I, for one, am glad that you did. Wouldn't be the same without you.
I don't know what to say to Kriqit right now. But I don't want to be upset with him.
I know. You're allowed to care for someone and also be very angry with them. Those two things are allowed to exist together at once.
What I am trying to do, I just don't know if it's the right thing to do, is compartmentalize. If Kriqit gets hurt, I'm gonna help him.
Of course.
But then I feel like what we did if the goal was to kill him, and then I went and helped, we all helped. But what are we supposed to do?
What do you mean?
This is pointless.
Sure feels that way, doesn't it?
Who's our enemy in this situation?
I don't even know if I know anymore. People are just people.
You guys hear a doot 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 on the back. There's like a window that's like on the back of this truck.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like Oliver's like motioning you guys to open, like pull it open.
Slide it open.
How long do we get there?
Well, it took about hours to get back to the city on foot, so...
An hour to drive north.
And we drove an hour north in the tunnel, so probably an hour.
Okay.
But, that was a straight line. Who knows what the road will be like.
What radio station do you guys like?
Wait, I need...
115.
No radio. I gotta keep an ear out for rocks crying.
The direction.
Okay.
I gotta hear.
We're in a car. Well, a truck, anyway.
Fine,
Is your wind thing work when we're going this fast?
I mean, it always works.
Wouldn't you just hear...
I start shutting the window.
Just drive, Kriqit. Oh, speaking of driving, I should probably tell you what happened. We were attacked by a drake. Have you ever interacted with a drake
As
before?
you close that, as you start closing the window, Oliver puts his hand on there. You saw one?
Oh, yeah.
Drake.
Oliver knows about it.
Really close. It shot us with fire.
Oh, I
Way.
see.
Way.
Was it like
It exploded our truck.
He's a
It was
dinosaur kid.
really big.
I'm so glad I don't. I'm so glad I
Really
wasn't
big.
there.
like if we're talking a size from like I don't know, like a
About twice as big as this truck,
You're
I
kidding.
think.
I.
It was pretty big, right?
He's gonna believe whatever you say, so you can say whatever
Yeah.
you want
Oh.
to at this point.
Yeah, it was like... And the power of its fire is pretty impressive.
It does breathe fire.
This one did. Who knows if it was cooked up in a lab? Probably something Olin came up with. Who knows?
No, you guys, I don't talk about him that much.
Oh, we know.
It's just rumors only. Greg.
Rumors on the wind.
Rumors only. Greg.
I hear things.
Whispers on the wind.
Whispers only. Greg.
I mean,
It nearly
do you think
killed us.
this is just a hypothetical situation or question?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical. Do you think you could ride it?
I mean,
How to train.
I guess you could try, but it's like they're vicious beasts.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe you spooked it.
It ran right at us from like the opposite direction.
Were you in its territory?
No, no.
I mean, probably.
Oliver has a point.
See?
You probably could ride it.
Maybe. If it wasn't trying to kill us the whole time.
That part right there.
But come on,
Um,
you would want to see one though, right?
No,
You guys
I
kill
don't.
it?
I don't do
mean,
reptiles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we killed
Are you
it.
sure it's dead?
If we didn't kill it, the cave-in did.
But you said it was twice the size of the truck. Yes.
It
Maybe we should go.
basically threw the truck off the road and
But
That
but,
is-
but
We can
but
make a track.
burned
yeah,
it
like we
on
catch it.
and made it explode.
I
It's
would
horrifying.
like to. I was, like riding this thing. That seems like
You can't just
Oliver.
ride a wild animal.
Yeah, he's
Well, I mean, we ride horses.
Those aren't wild. Those have been domesticated for thousands of years.
I'm sure
Senior
that you can
citizen.
domesticate a drake.
Maybe
think
when all
anyone's
this settles
tried.
down, we can try. But for now, we just got to get back to Morbid and Rock.
Yes.
right.
She got quite a bump on the head.
If you had the Drake though, you could have rode it back.
You know, you're not wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was not in the mood to be ridden at that point.
No,
after
clearly not if it tried to murder you first.
Rock shot it several
They
times.
just
Or
didn't
punched
know how
it.
to talk to it.
Punched it.
Rock punched a Drake.
I punched and then it was like I did the final stand.
Couple
where
shots.
I, like, bang, bang, bang,
That's right.
and then it
There was
either died
gunfire
then
involved.
Or
And then Rocks fell. And then Lena, she can gather.
What?
But only Earth.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Wow.
I've only ever met... I don't think I've ever met anyone who could
Man,
only
you really
do
looked out, bro.
one element. It was weird.
Weird.
But she was really good.
I believe it.
We're getting
That's
close.
amazing.
I think.
Are you guys official yet?
But call it official.
Oh, I have her jacket. You should give
No.
it to her.
he said
Oliver?
more than 6
Oliver.
words to her.
Do you
Oliver.
have a cologne? You can spray it on her jacket and give it back to her.
Oliver, I mean this in the most sincerest love of a brother to a brother. But she's just not into you.
Have you tried asking about her brother? She really cares about him.
Yet, right?
Yes, yet.
Ooh.
What?
So you're saying there's a chance.
Just so you know, he
Just
called
take her
dibs.
jacket. I
I'm
don't
just
want
saying she's distracted at the moment, and I don't know if it would be something that she would want to engage in until she knows her brother is safe.
it. You both are also very young. Just keep that in mind
Yeah,
too.
she's older, much older than both of you.
As
Maybe
someone who
that's
knows
okay.
A lot about girls.
I don't know how old she is.
I think you have a good chance.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah, I can teach
She's
you
like
all about him. if you
20,
want me
right?
to.
Or you could just ask
Yeah,
one.
19.
17, still older than them. She's my age.
That's what I was getting at.
How old
No,
is she?
Yannick is not.
Like,
Girls love frog hunting. You should take her frog.
Not all girls.
Or what's the equivalent of frogs in this world?
And I'll,
I'm just gonna make it up.
while this
Wally-
conversation is
Wally
happening,
Mander.
Yannick rolls down his window
Rocks.
so he can better
Okay.
Jonathan's.
find the
ice
way.
props.
Assuming we have to off-road it all,
Yeah, I caught a couple of Jonathans.
We talked about the closest road point.
Okay.
Yeah, because the road, as it travels north, then it kind of curves east around the mountain range before it goes
Right.
back to Detractors. So, like, at that point, it would be where you guys would have been off the road straight north.
Kriqit, lights on. Turn the lights on.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying through. Sorry.
No, it's getting dark.
I mean,
You almost ran into that tree.
I think you're just making things up. I did not see a tree.
Because you didn't have the lights on.
Okay.
Also, don't take her frog hunting.
I don't know.
Suggestions?
She could be into that.
Picnics are nice.
I mean, she was kind of unconscious the whole time we fought the Drake.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, you should probably just get to know her first before you ask her on a date.
I remember there was that one
I
guy
didn't
that
understand.
died
What's-
by the tree. We
Do
all
you-
like to go poke his body. There's plenty of dead bodies around you can poke.
No, don't poke dead bodies. No, that's not. First, you need to get to
Hey,
know
remember-
somebody as a friend. Then,
You're not here.
if things seem like they're going well, and maybe you have a conversation about it, maybe you don't, then you ask her on a date, and if she says yes, then you keep doing that until eventually you ask her to marry you. But that should be at least a long time away.
A
Seems
very
like a
long.
lot of
There's like
steps.
I'm gonna
It
call
is a
sack.
lot of
Have
steps,
you
but
gotten
it's
the
worth
second
it.
sack yet?
Sack ball.
Sack ball.
Like,
It's a good thing no one is driving a train because we'd be off the rails.
they left the rails like 15 minutes ago. As soon as they started having a conversation,
Sack ball is Skult's pastime, okay?
as soon as they were given,
Just remember, you guys ate bread on bread,
to
okay?
have a conversation, they were off the rails.
Sack ball and bread and bread.
No, that's not how you treat a woman.
Any sign of morbid and rock? Please.
Just when we get to first sack, let us know.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You good, Nate? He's gone.
Welcome
Oh,
to the
man.
table, friends.
Yeah, it's like you hit the ball and try to touch the sack. It's not that weird.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I've pulled out the playing cards and we're like,
Yeah. Well, so yeah, like we're doing the cards. I'm sharpening a stick because I'm like,
With the cards.
we might have a knife.
and a gun. Why do you need a stick when you have a gun?
Are you gonna shoot a fish if we see one?
What?
I'm starving. Like not literally, but like it's been like 6 hours since I ate.
You're gonna go fishing.
It depends. Do you have any 8s?
Go fish.
Dang it! That's the 5th time in a row. I think you're lying.
You
Well,
have a great poker face.
it's getting dark, so I don't know if I am gonna go fishing. But I was thinking maybe.
I don't even know where there's a body of water nearby.
We're right next to the river.
Oh, right.
She
Roughly.
couldn't see it.
She's
She couldn't see
Asian.
The concussion. The concussion.
She couldn't see it.
It's okay. It's on your left. It's on your left side.
Chaos.
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to frame this in my mind. Obviously, we gathered information, but I was thinking that like we also caved in the tunnel. So like, could we say that we ceased operations of the tunnel, or do we think that they could fix it?
Did you just cut yourself?
No, I like broke the stick. I don't think we're going
I
fishing.
think that tunnel is rather, words. I don't think they can use it. I mean, Yannick with his gathering could just make a little tunnel without it collapsing again. So
All right. I mean, I'm hoping, I could
let's.
maybe make them take more risks. out in the open. Now they don't have a secret tunnel to get into the city.
It's a good point.
Also, you know, like, they did have a weapon of mass destruction, so hopefully they don't have more weapons of mass destruction around the city. I don't know, I was just thinking, like, they had one perambulator, but, like...
They had parts.
No, they had a perambulator.
They had a perambulator, and they also had parts, so they could
but
build
I'm thinking,
more.
like, where, like, you know, yeah. I'm thinking, like, I don't know if that was the only one. I think we might need to make sure. I mean, I guess we'll know.
I mean, we don't have to do anything. We just need to report back and wait for orders.
Right, but, like, I want to go above and beyond. It's my first real mission.
It's dangerous. What if you do something that our superiors don't like?
I mean, as long as we're...
I'd say at least report back. Wait a few days.
You think they care about that, though? Yeah, no, yeah. We'll report back.
They wanted the information that we now have. We need to give it to them. And we need to find out what to do next.
It's your turn, by the way.
Do you have any threes?
Are you guys near the road at this point?
We should start going towards the road. He said it was...
Upriver.
that way.
It's literally downriver.
That way. I mean, it's
Oh boy.
been like an hour and a half? I don't know.
So many hours.
So many hours have passed.
I could try walking again.
Sure.
We can head upriver.
I'm done with this game anyway.
Yeah, you've lost. That's why you're done.
Listen, when we get back to the house, best 5 out of 7.
That was 5 out of 7.
Best 7 out of 9? Is that how that works? No, it'd be like 7 out of 13.
Sure.
Something. 15? I don't know.
If we're not busy completing the mission, we can play again.
I'm tired. Let's go. This
It's been
way.
a long day.
This way.
Oh my gosh.
The concussed one remembers
can you
which
walk?
way is.
I can walk.
Okay. He's like, he has a stick and he's like whacking the branches.
Rock is reverted to a childhood age at this point.
I'm back in the snow.
He's sweetie.
Wilderness.
Okay, slow down. I think we might be getting close.
I see the lights. Get down.
I am slowing down. You know, you make a great backseat driver. I mean,
I'm sitting right next to you.
do they still call it a backseat driver?
No, we're the backseat drivers.
You're in the back.
Yes.
There's not even seats back there, is there?
Is there
I
room
mean,
for more?
we are
Very
sitting.
cold.
We are sitting, are we not?
Oh!
Oh, there they are.
Hi.
I see that it's
Oliver
you guys.
jumps out the back.
I'll jump out with him.
Oliver.
How do you like the new whip?
Whip. Whip.
It's nice. You guys got here
He automatically
fast.
pulls out a torch out of his backpack and does the.
You guys
in your
look kind of
eyes.
close. Make it first sack.
Yeah.
Joke amongst brothers, I suppose.
We should.
I didn't realize you were talking about us. No. Sorry.
We should leave. Now.
I mean, I didn't want to stay.
Everybody, just give me a minute.
Sure, whatever you need.
He
He's
pulls you.
sensing.
Well,
pulls
but,
you
like
away.
as he's doing that, I'm like, do you want to do that?
He grabs you and pulls you away. Looking. Follow my finger. What happened?
sure. This happened. Lena stitched it up, but
It's pretty cool.
it is. She's one of many talents, apparently. Something deeper.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. Hoping that maybe you could look at it.
Sure. Yeah.
When we get back.
Yeah.
Not now.
Are you hurt anywhere else?
I don't think so. Big-headed.
You're not speaking very clearly. You know that, right?
I'm not?
No.
That's not good. I thought that I was making quite good sense. Rock's just been talking my ear off, though, so...
Well. Yeah. We'll have to check it out. He goes up to you.
I am already out, ready to help her into the truck.
Thank you for coming back. It's quick. Is this the clinic's truck?
Yes.
Okay.
They're gonna need that back soon.
I see 4 wheels. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm already in the. I'll turn it around. 3, 4, and turn.
Alright.
I'll hop in the back.
Run into any trouble?
Oh,
It's got over here back here pretty fast.
Your
Well,
brother's
it worked.
Explosion went off.
Yep.
I killed 8 people.
There's a crater in the old city.
Only 8?
No, it was 9 actually.
Confirmed dead.
It's a
9.
huge. You said it was going to be massive.
7 missing.
Injured. The whole warehouse blew up.
I
There
wrote
were
down 30. Now I gotta split out.
Rock.
9.
There were a lot of civilian casualties.
There wasn't any civilian casualties.
How were there civilian casualties? If it only killed 7 of the Bjorn gang, how did it kill civilians?
9 in the Bjorn gang.
9 of the Bjorn gang.
7 injured.
7 missing.
7 missing.
7 missing.
There were
9
lots
dead.
more injured. I couldn't count them.
Where are the civilians
30
involved?
civilians helping us clear the road.
That sounds like positive community interaction.
That's what I
And
said.
some of
I
them
was-
lost people.
Well, I
Bjorn
mean,
gang.
how many
people.
were lost?
9.
9 lost, 7 injured.
No, 9
Wait, 9?
9
dead.
dead. I get this.
7
and I'm here
missing.
right now.
7
and many
missing.
more
Well, that's
injured.
what I meant. Missing.
How are they?
I left
Did
the
they
list.
run away?
Well, no,
There's
as
a
in
lot
not
of rubble.
accounted for.
Oh, rubble. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't a huge building.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, I mean, it got the community together at least, you know?
It sounds like a win-win.
And I feel like, you know, that's what war is for, right? Bringing the community.
No.
Following orders is what Kriqit was doing.
Yes.
I'm just trying to, you know, make sense of it, I
Rigging a
guess.
bomb wasn't following orders.
I was literally given the order to...
I ordered him, so he was following orders. I took the liberty of introducing the bomb into the situation.
Leopold did tell us.
Okay, all I
any
know
is
is
necessary.
I had a job to do, and I did the job that was requested.
Thank you, Yannick. I feel like this was half as bad as it could have been. We could have genocided them in the street, but I wanted to do the thing that was going to be the safest.
You know, honestly, I'm wrestling a little bit with the morality of it all.
You were following orders, so really
Okay.
you were autonomous in
Yeah,
this
yeah,
situation.
you're right. It's fine.
And
I
Kriqit,
think
good job.
we need to
Thank you.
remember that we weren't here to kill the Burn Gang.
Exactly.
It wasn't the plan,
We're
though,
here for information.
by any means necessary. And like I said, this is going to possibly cause the Buren gang to mess up, because now they're going to be in panic mode. They're going to be moving.
And now we have the information that explosions kill people.
Well, that's
We knew
not, that's a
that.
tested theory.
I
Known, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like the thought, but yeah.
I'm just trying to help.
Listen, I get that you're a medic, and he's a medic. I get that it's not a popular decision, but I feel like creating a hiccup in the Bjorn gang infrastructure is going to create a lot of movement that otherwise would be unseen, especially in the super secret tunnel that no longer exists. Or still exists, but it's not usable at the moment.
Yeah, that's a shame. Would have been cool to catch that Drake for Oliver.
Oh no, that Drake's super dead.
There was a
Seems all you guys like to do.
I mean, I wouldn't have killed a Drake if it didn't, like, literally almost kill Lena.
was dragging her back.
It was literally trying to, like, take her away. It was gonna eat her.
It was pretty.
I also invent things. I also like fishing and catching profs.
Playing sackball.
Playing sackball.
Even though you did get cut from the team for that metal bat that you brought, even though they were using wooden ones. Or made.
It's not like I want to kill. It's just what I have to do.
You guys know we're at war, right? Like,
I was kind of proud of
Not
my
officially.
explosion going off. I don't know. Like, I thought I did a good
you're
job.
supposed to be the smart one.
But with
Like-
whom, though? Who are we at war with?
We learned this. Any action against Falstat is a declaration of war, no matter how small.
Yeah, we don't
Were
know.
you guys
who
in class?
Did any of these things? That's what we're here to.
The
figure
Bjorn
out.
Gang is a rebellion
Well, I mean, like,
against the ruling force in
Right,
Praxtrania,
and-
which is Falstat.
and when you see
Am I
perambulator-
crazy right now?
Well, they painted over perambulator parts that were obviously from what?
Edavaria. The Edavarians
Yeah.
are funding the Bjorn Gang, and you guys are saying, well, why is it a war? It's right under our noses.
Regardless, that wasn't our mission.
Our
But by
mission is intel.
exploding this perambulator, how many lives do you think I actually saved?
Fake.
If that thing got out, how many would have died?
You think that they had a
It's a small
perambulator
price to pay
to
for
get
something.
cats out of trees?
I did something good today. Yes, I killed 9 people. 7 missing. I didn't.
Kriqit, I'm
I reached my hand through the window and
There's
put it
a
on your
reason
shoulder.
why we're fighting. It's not like we're just fighting for fun. It's not like I'm just killing for fun. I didn't kill anyone till today, but I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of for the explosion working and the way it did and how well it worked. And I'm driving.
Just you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
I don't get what we're stuck on here. It was my call. If the explosion causes the Bjorn Gang to take bolder steps, more in the light, that is completing the mission, because we will be able to gain more information. Right now, all we know is that Edavaria is funding the Bjorn Gang, which Falstat probably already knew, which is why we were sent here in the first place. They wanted us to get to the bottom of it. We haven't gotten to the bottom of it. We've scratched the surface.
yes, sir.
We're all very
Do
tired.
that.
Your
not-
orders.
Not ordering you to agree with me.
The
Seems
dramatic.
like it.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was awesome.
We're all very tired. We should just
I think she was
Get
being
back.
passive aggressive, but I can't tell.
get some rest.
I don't pick up social
Return
cues
this
that
truck.
well.
Call it a day.
Yannick the Peacemaker.
Sure.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Keeping level heads is an important part of the group.
Was that another one?
No, I think he was just doing the thing he always does.
I'm just confused what you guys want. What do you want? Do you want those perambulators that we exploded to get out and kill more people? Like,
No.
what side are you on?
I want to follow orders, and those weren't our orders.
They-
It was your orders from him.
They were just as much our orders as anything else we've done since we've gotten here. We were given,
We got
were-
the information without an explosion. That's
we were
all I'm
told
saying.
by any means necessary, and that information I do not think is what they're sent us here for. They have to know that Edavaria is after it. They wouldn't send an elite task force.
We're fresh out of training.
They wouldn't send a task force to disband a group of rebels that's not causing
We
problems.
weren't meant to disband the rebels.
That wasn't our mission.
You guys. It was to get to the bottom of it, which
Okay.
we are.
I
not
wrote
to
down
the
what
bottom.
Mikkel said
Okay,
word for word.
they're
Here,
they're-
read it.
Okay,
I
think
don't
of
have
the
a
word
real page in my hand.
rebels. Who are they rebelling against?
The ruling force in Proxtrania, which is Falstat.
So, by default,
We are at war with them
thank you.
by any means necessary.
Yes, they're people. But we're people too.
They're people who made choices, and so are we. Well, some of us chose to be here, some of us chose to stay. Everyone had the option to be shot on sight.
All I'm saying is that when our superior officers hear that we took out a perambulator and boxes of perambulator parts, we'll be awarded.
You'll be awarded. The rest of the group isn't
Officially
going to be getting credit for something that
speaking,
they're
we're
adamantly
not
against.
here. We won't be getting any awards for any of this.
He'll get the
We're
award.
off the books.
Best boy.
No one at the base knows what we're doing. Only Leopold does. I'm not saying what we did was
You're
not.
hurting his self-confidence, Yannick.
You did well.
I feel like Rock's proud of me for the first time in his life, and I'm just trying to
I'm-
soak it all in, you know?
Proud of you in that you did something and it worked. But there are consequences.
Such a perfect Yannick.
Also, I'm
He's
still
so-
wearing this suit, and it's really hard to drive. Do you like it? I made it.
It
It's-
looks
It's like a small...
heavy.
It's like a small perambulator, and it shoots fire, and it makes me stronger and faster. And it has wheels, but it really makes it hard to keep my feet on
Keep
the pedals.
driving.
Let him drive.
Keep your eyes on the road, buddy.
Everybody said that. Sorry. Like half in character, half laughing. Okay, just skip me. Go to somebody else. What else does somebody want to talk about?
You guys continue to drive for a bit. We will pick it back up after break.
After break.
After break.
And we're back.
Did you fight your tongue?
That's an aggressive yawn attack.
The so Ada Squad drives back to Proxtrania, dropping the truck off to a very confused team from the clinic, wondering where it has been for 2 hours. Probably with some little bit of some fibbing, something about car trouble. It's getting back. It seems that the more of the rubble has been cleared, more of the members of the Bjorn gang treated for their wounds, and Ada Squad makes their way. I should say, Lena is nowhere to be seen at this point. Not back. But you guys make your way back to the safe house. On foot.
As we as we're at the safe house, I throw the keys to Lydia because she's totally in the front.
I look in just to make sure that there's not been any tampering or ransacking while we've been gone.
The tea towel that you left sitting exactly on the spot of the counter, still the same spot.
I think we're clear.
Love a good security detail.
I walk in after everybody else and slam the door and lock it.
Yannick goes straight to bed.
I start heading up the stairs too.
You seem agitated.
He seems agitated.
I'm in the kitchen just like,
I'm
That's
fine.
You're fine. Do you agree with the mission?
Does it matter?
I asked everybody else. We discussed colorfully.
Pretty loudly.
I didn't force any of them to agree with me. I wouldn't force you. Doesn't mean I'm not going to challenge you.
I had a lot of work to do tonight.
So is the life of a medic in a war-torn city.
About that.
About
Interesting
the
how
life
that
of a
works.
medic or a war-torn city.
You guys are friends. I'm there. Yeah. No.
That's
We have fun. Oh, did you want me to leave?
no, you're fine.
Okay.
You can stay.
So what's the hardest part about being a medic?
Probably all the
It's usually when you.
looking in their eyes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Seems tough.
Sometimes they don't have a limb, maybe two.
Sometimes
Usually.
they don't have eyes.
They're just as conscious as we are to be in the situation that they're in.
Sure.
Seems like you don't like being a medic. Have you tried shooting people instead?
I could
think
try
he
it
has
one
the
time.
gall.
I might not take.
I mean, you could always try.
So
Yeah, I
Ryan-
thought it was gonna be kind of hard. Turns out it was actually pretty easy. Brought the community together too. What? Oh, you want me to go?
No,
You're
just
fine.
stay. Let him talk.
I'd like to know what we accomplished.
Thought I said it like 7 times, but gathering information was done. The explosion was an act to create disruption in the Bjorn Gang's activity so that they will be easier to gather information on. They are on the run right now. They're looking to retaliate. They're going to slip up and we're going to see it. You know about Edavoria. Think Edavoria cares about the Bjorn Gang?
Probably not.
They wanted them to die. That's why they sent them weapons. They know that the Bjorn Gang can't stand up to the force of Falstat. They're just trying to create problems, and we're finished. We're
You agitated?
a little bit. Nobody seems to understand. Kriqit understands. That perambulator could have killed 100 people.
Oh yeah.
You know that. You read the perambulator book.
Probably
you know
more.
the destruction they can cause. What do you
Just
think they
most
had it here
people.
for?
So what? We just take it all into our own hands.
Well, I think it's more like our slogan, you know. You do what you
greater
can
good.
for the greater good. Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Who's greater good?
The people's.
Our greater good. Falstat's greater good. The country that you live in.
I don't live here, my friend.
You live in Alona, which is a Falstat. Not owned, but run. I don't know.
You think that was our choice?
Whether or not it was their choice, it's the reality that we're in. It seems like you're not understanding the reality that we live in.
Oh, I understand it. I joined a war, so my brother doesn't have to.
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe your brother would be a little bit more willing to fight for Falstat.
Do you know my grandpa? Do you know what my grandpa fought for?
No.
He was an Adelian, a captain in the Adelian army. He shot and killed so many Falstat soldiers.
So was his choice.
Probably your uncles, probably cousins.
Maybe.
Took them all out.
So was their choice to be there. And you know what they were doing when they died?
Sound like you might be proud of him.
Fighting. For their country. Sounds like you should be a lot more like your grandpa. At least he knew what he believed in. Sounds like a hero. Even though he was a dirty Adelian.
Say that. Okay.
Even though I'm bracing in case there's an attack. He was a dirty Adelian.
I couldn't hear you, Rock.
Is it Morphid?
Say it
She's
so
here
I
now,
can
though.
hear it.
Hey Morphid, you're an Adelian, right?
I walk up to him and I grab him by the shoulders and I say, he was a dirty Adelian just like you, just like your mom, just like your brother.
Here comes the attack.
Oh shit.
I'm holding onto his arms. He has impairment.
He's going to headbutt you.
Good.
Say
I think we
8.
just let this play out.
8 damage?
no to success.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? I'm just in the kitchen, man.
Yannick definitely pokes his head out into the hall if this is
20
happening in a
IP.
hallway.
What's his IP?
But,
You don't need to know.
Okay, but like, is it high or is it low?
Right into your, just like right into like, because he's shorter than you,
Mhm.
so it hits like your chin, like.
Oh.
Blood.
Ah!
No. That's a hit. For this, yeah.
Hey!
5, yeah, 8. I punch him in the face.
Okay.
No holding back.
All right. So how much? You want to keep track?
What am I doing here for punch? Just a d20
And a D4.
and a d4.
Yep.
So my brass knuckles, basically.
Yes. Well, you have like.
What's
Yeah.
the procedure to
He's a little
report a
fast.
Yeah, it's
superior officer?
D4 5.
5. I slipped.
Kind of like ducks a little bit, and then he just goes for the headbutt again. Like his face is already like.
What do you
kinda
do,
busted.
20 to me? I didn't write it.
I wasn't paying attention. I don't care about
20. 20, right? You did 20
What?
on me?
20. Yep.
I said I wasn't paying attention to you. I don't really
That's
care what
fine.
happens to you at this point.
It's a 9 to hit.
The romance is over. Before it
I'm assuming we can only do one attack. Like
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it fair.
9. By the way, he loses at this point. So take half, and that's his max IP. He's beating up his own face at this point.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
So you took
Mark.
round down,
what did
round
you
up.
say?
What?
Round down or round up for
Oliver's-
his half? Because you did
Down.
9.
He loses.
He's losing max IP
So,
at doing this.
13. Guess not gonna do it. Miss again. Or miss.
Goes in for a third.
Alright, guys. Knock it
I
off.
push Kriqit towards the wall.
I fight back.
Give me a contested technique checks.
Contested technique.
Contested technique.
Contested technique. Oh, that's bad.
I got a 9.
I got a 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hit the fridge.
And I
Knock all the magnets off.
You take Take 19. IP loss.
He's not in the fight though, so he's fine.
Whose turn was it?
He interrupted you.
He's
take
still
it.
holding his arms, right?
Yeah.
Can I?
Well, I mean, I think actually he's. I think after the first punch, I wouldn't have him anymore.
Sure.
Please stop fighting.
So we'll do like I hit him the one time, he stumbles back, and then he's slippery, so that's why I missed him the second
Are
time.
they,
so yeah.
are they in the hallway?
No, we're in the
Living room.
They're in the living
We're
room.
right inside the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Coming downstairs from all of this ruckus, so I don't have any harvests left, but I do have throws left.
Yeah.
Can I use one to
I'm waiting
attempt
to get attacked here.
to break them up?
Let's do an alacrity.
Great.
Let's all three roll alacrity to see who's gonna go.
12.
Only an 8.
Yeah, I'll just since the only thing in the room that I can gather is air, I'll just like gather a pool of air between them to push them, try and push them away from each other.
Okay, give me instinct.
Ooh, it's still enough. Yeah, 8.
I spit more blood.
That's enough.
You're up. I start walking towards him again.
Oliver, stand down.
Please stop fighting.
Is that in order? Sure.
And whichever
Up to
one
you.
you,
You're
determine would take 9 points of IP
From an
loss.
airball?
Yeah.
The
It's an attack.
airball's doing damage to us? The pacifist air nomads are doing damage?
Yeah.
Both would take it.
Yeah.
Everything.
How many?
No.
9.
Everything changed when Falstat attacked.
It's true.
I swing again. If he's not gonna swing
Alright.
again, I swing again. That's a hit. Big hitter. 16.
Just where do you hit him at? Where you like?
I just grab him by the shirt and punch him again.
He goes for a low gut punch at you.
I feel like I'm gaining IP.
Also, you never healed from the Drake fight, so you're really low.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at then.
I do.
It's an 8. Success.
Wait.
You have 39 right now.
Oh, okay. We're fine.
Another 8.
8.
Wait, that
39, 31.
What problem is this solving? I'm on the ground still. You're tearing us apart.
I grab him to punch him again, and then I just throw him to the side.
I run in.
Than I thought.
I run in between them. Stop it.
That doesn't work.
Stop it right
I
now.
said he like I was saying
He'll push you
I was
really
saying
hard.
a defusing thing, so it's like you're like 10 seconds too late.
You stepped in after. It's already defeated.
I just want to make sure that Oliver's not going to rush him again.
Had more fight than I thought.
he's like got the blood in the teeth.
I finally come down the stairs.
Your jaw is like iron.
Did Lydia teach you how to headbutt?
Excuse me?
Didn't you have that thing?
No.
No.
Yeah.
And what kind of a comment was that, Reshik?
Well, I'll roll it back because I did because you didn't actually headbutt me. You really wanted to be upset about fighting. Harmless fighting, if I put it that way.
Oh, is this to solve some argument? I'm like
Um,
glaring down at you.
I don't remember what. I don't want to say it. We were in a discussion and it got out of hand. I may have instigated
He did.
purposefully. He's okay. If anything, I kind of like him a little bit more now.
You're sick.
Yannick goes back upstairs.
Sick in what way?
Sick in your head, and I go get ice.
I look at Oliver like, we're good. I'm good.
I think I said what I wanted to say.
I'm good too.
He's like a dent in the wall. I didn't mean all the Adelian stuff. It was just clearly your tension point.
What's the next part of the mission, sir?
Try to get some sleep. Maybe, I don't think either of us need stitches.
It's probably fine.
I come back with ice. Reshik.
We're all
It's like on his back or something.
Poor Oliver.
poor Oliver. Hold it up to his now swelling face.
You're pretty
It's good.
violent for someone who doesn't want to kill people.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
It's good for him.
You may be good, but we're not good.
What did you do to her?
Everyone, just go to bed.
It's the most Falstat I've seen Oliver.
It's the least Falstat I've seen you.
I don't even know what that means.
Go to bed.
I'm going up the stairs already.
And it's not because you told
It's
me.
not because you told me to, it's because I'm tired.
Because I'm the boss.
Rock is
May I
a
speak
child.
to you alone?
All right, good to know.
Yes, of course.
And I take you into the kitchen. I hope that the Reshik knows exactly what bad timing his conversation with our Skilf was.
Timing's not necessarily his forte.
Oliver almost deserted today.
Thank you for telling me.
He did not. He stayed. But when you see a bunch of people's heads gashed in and limbs missing, you kind of lose your cool for a second.
Yes. Yes. It's usually how things go, but
And I did my best. And I'm glad that he stayed.
thank you, Lydia. I'm glad he stayed too.
Because if he goes, then so does the only good I see left here. So
He's a good kid, isn't he?
too good. I just hope that this incident didn't change his mind.
It's really hurtful.
I can talk to him.
We can't hear it.
As Vostraya, do you know of protocol for reporting superior officers.
Well, you know I'm not Vestrai anymore.
But I'm sure you knew. And I'm sure you knew when it was successful and wasn't.
Do I know?
I'm so sorry.
How do you, would I know how to, like, report a superior officer? Or is that just not?
I mean, it would just be going to his boss.
Okay.
That's really what it comes down to.
What do they care?
You would just go to the next in line, but
Soviets. Yeah, sorry. So,
I'm going to be honest. I don't think your word against his is going to weigh much in this situation.
Not even an academic thesis
You got
of all of the ways I've observed his leadership over the last few weeks.
An academic thesis?
Yes.
You're writing it?
Well, yes, I would be sending it. There's no way that I can leave the mission.
Lydia, do what you think is right. Thank you.
Good. Let me get ice for your head.
I'm all right.
Are you sure?
I think I'm okay to rest now, and I'm ready to do that.
Do you want anything to eat first, or?
No.
Do you want company, or?
We
anything?
are sharing a room.
Right. I meant if you are supposed to stay up with the concussion stuff, do you want me to stay awake with you? That's
I
what I
don't-
was saying.
assuming it's very, very late at night. Yeah. Like we're past midnight. Yeah.
I'll double check with Oliver, but I think I'm okay.
All right. I just want everyone to be okay.
I know you do. See you soon.
Okay.
Check in with Oliver. Pretty much to find out if my symptoms are getting worse.
So he's like, and he's still like, you can see like he put the ice away, but like part of his face is like his nose might be a little bit broken on the one side, the jaw is kind of swollen, but he's like, and he kind of like is blinking just a little bit.
The Harry Potter blink.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thank you for understanding that.
I know these films. I don't know of a blank.
The camera couldn't see it, but Nate did. He knew. When he doesn't, both his eyelids don't blink at the same time.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's called acting. He's acting like he's doing.
Anyway.
Some people don't understand.
Okay.
Thespians. We get it.
So he kind of like, gives you just the he's like, alright, well, your options: optic nerve, detached retina. Your eye's not moving as quick as the other one, but it's still moving. So damaged, but not, I don't know.
I told Rock this, but I'm asking you to not to spread the information.
Doctor-patient confidentiality.
Thank you. I don't know without looking, which not quite able to do that right now, but I don't know if it can be fixed. And if I'm being honest, I would be hesitant to trust anyone enough to let them look at it. Not in Decavos.
That was a door, but it did sound like a scream.
Get that ASMR on the camera? Alright.
Blood curdling.
They can't help you.
I wouldn't want them to. I know that you haven't really interacted with Olin much, but he has some interesting ways to fix things. Things that he needs fixing. He thinks need fixing.
Creepy ways.
And he doesn't... I don't want him to know about it.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know what that means for me, but if we go back to Detractors, this doesn't go past the three of us.
Okay. I mean, should we look for a doctor here in the city?
Maybe we can try. Might be worth it.
You don't think you can operate on yourself, do you?
No.
Okay.
I wish I was that talented, truly. I'm not. Lydia told me about what happened today. Are you alright? That's a lot to take in.
I mean, I could lie about it and say yes.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
You almost left.
Yeah.
I can't say that I know what's going on in your head. We're two very different people. As much as I try, I don't know what you're thinking. But I know what running away is like. Sometimes it seems like it's the only option. The few times I have run away, I've regretted.
I would have too. But not because I'm following orders.
I know.
If this is how this is going to go, and collateral damage is a norm, someone's got to fix it.
You can't change a situation. You can't make it better unless you're in it. Please don't leave. Even if the Reshik makes it difficult to stay.
He doesn't hit too hard.
I suspect he was pulling his punches. I need you to be careful out there. I wasn't expecting so much carnage, so much excitement in this job. And I think that the Kivos wasn't expecting that either. That's why he sent you with us. I don't need to know what is between the two of you, but I know that you've slipped through some cracks that are usually well filled. And you're my responsibility. I don't know if I'd get in trouble by telling you this. But I need you to be safe and to stay with us. Please. it's alright to sleep. Then I'm gonna go do that.
Sorry.
What are you sorry for?
Not quite sure.
I know the feeling.
You don't die. I won't either.
I'll do my best. Good night, Oliver.
Night.
Kriqit left unchecked cries himself. No, but seriously. No, I'm going to cry myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Left it.
You two are roomies, right?
Well, he wasn't
No,
there.
he was
I'm in the
the
basement.
Oh, right.
He's in the basement.
Everyone's so worried about Oliver, but here I am in the basement crying myself
I
to
was
sleep.
ordered.
How does that make you feel?
I was ordered to
the
go.
only good thing left. Wow.
You didn't hear that.
I felt it.
You,
crying
you
by
exploded
myself.
I already
people.
told you I was proud of you. That
I
should
was
be
told
enough.
to.
It was literally an order. He had no choice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, just
Okay.
crying.
Weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth.
No.
As I'm walking by the Reshik's room, I slam a book on the floor to jolt him awake.
True.
And it's obviously which one you care about more. So.
The one whose life
Hey,
is
I'm just
dependent
I'm
on
just
hers.
Yeah, like literally the one who's like being blackmailed over this guy's life.
I think before Yannick turns in for the night, he will write
Sorry.
a puff piece for the Barcelona Times, a propaganda spin on the explosion in the old city as a means of trying to stir the pot in the community.
Like a propaganda puff piece for
Just to
what side do you want? Or are you unbiased?
unbiased, but clearly this is not what happened.
Okay. It was a training exercise.
To try and weed out the Edivarians and
Sure.
just create chatter.
Can't wait to see what my favorite food critic has in his daily
And
comment.
send send it to the
Not
Times in the morning.
Yeah, I was also gonna say I'm gonna open the book I have to the last book, Revelation, and I'm just gonna read all the violence.
Well, you only have the Gospel of John.
Oh dang it!
So the crucifixion.
Yeah.
All the violence, all the bloodshed.
The only thing I would have done before the time skip is given Lydia my notes to transcribe.
And I think, I don't know, we're jumping a couple days, but sending the report of what we've learned.
Yeah, that's
back
the
to
idea.
Detractors. Yeah.
I wanted to get everything in her hands, and
Yes, sir.
I actually imagine it's just slipping it under the door.
Yes, sir.
But actually, I guess I will read a little bit as I cry to try to find some comfort.
Okay.
He just wants somebody to say goodnight.
That's all he wants.
It's your job, bud.
I mean, you're not going to, and that's fine. I understand that. I understand that from you. I expect that.
How many times have you read this so far?
Tried to read it.
Yeah, I mean, not many times because I haven't had it that long yet. There was the one time with Oliver that we talked about stuff,
Yeah.
but other than that, this would be the first time really outside of that conversation.
Sure.
Just thinking about what happened today and pulling out the bodies and the explosion that I caused, and still trying to justify it and
Sure.
wrestling with that, and then just pulling out the book and trying to find trying to read. I still can't. Not the best at it, but
Yeah, I mean, with your limited understanding of this, not just the reading, but just the context of what you're reading, you're seeing miracles done by Yunua in these pages, and people that are upset with him. But
just like me. No.
but the it's just like the all that you, again, with your limited understanding, you're like, well, he was healing people. They were mad that he was doing it, but you don't know why, because you're like the terminology in there, you don't have any reference for it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You just know. So there's nothing that's going to like bring Kriqit comfort at this point, but just reading about this person who was just very different. I mean, you guys were doing, your orders were to kill.
Mm-hmm. And people are upset at me about that.
Mm-hmm.
His orders are to heal, and people are upset about that about him. And so I just kind of leave, and I'm like, what do I do then?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hate you no matter what.
I just try to do what's right and kind of toss the book to the side.
Sunday, March 21st, 6:17 AC.
Our first day of the week.
We had a Wednesday.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Got it. Are you sitting in an apartment with a congregation?
Sorry, what was the date?
Sunday,
21st.
March
21st,
21st,
okay.
6:17 AC.
I will say yes, but I get there late.
Okay. Kind of knock on the door. Then you hear voices inside and they'll hush.
I do the secret knock Richard told me.
Mm-hmm. And Serena opens the door.
Sorry I'm late.
You're fine, come in.
I thought it better if I didn't show up on time.
You see inside is a group of about a group of like 15 adults and then a number of children. And the adults are all different ages, from like young married couples to there's an older couple there as well.
I bring some cold waffles from Maria's Diner.
That guy who brings cold waffles to church.
We
don't know where he came from.
the old woman, you sit down next to this, like Serena takes from you, and you sit down next to this older couple, and they like Richard's like already kind of talking, so they're kind of being quiet. They shake your hand, and they say names, but you can't quite hear because they're just like whispering at you. But both of them have like big smiles, and they're like squinches their eyes.
Oh,
up
the
when as
cutest
well.
old people.
Are you Hugo or are you Yannick when you introduce yourself?
You're not there.
Well, I just want to know for the fans. The fans want to know.
Like when Carol greeted me this morning.
Carol. She greeted me for the first 6 months, asking me if it was my first time.
Adorable.
That's her job.
Yeah, for sure. But they Richard's talking and then leads everybody in like an old Adelian hymn. It's like everything is quiet though. They try to keep the noise down. And there's definitely a tension in the room that you can sense. But no lack of joy or anything. He does address eventually the new rules from Falstat legislation.
You don't know.
Excuse me while I look at an Instagram post. I wonder what that one was called.
Oh.
Yannick is like the last person who should be getting this information first. Because it like directly affects you.
Well, yeah.
Like whereas like if I got it first, I'd just be like, oh, okay, cool.
And you wouldn't tell me.
Probably relay it to the team. I'm not really a secret keeper. What's best to do with ocular?
Yes. So, telling them about the codification of Statute 236, the state-approved religious privileges and exemptions. And essentially what it means is if you don't preach the state sanctioned message, you can be shut down, possibly arrested, or worse. And a lot of these other ministers in the city were all part of a large council that they had, and Richard had told you this prior, I believe, where they kind of were laying some of these rules out, but it wasn't something official. But the official ruling has come down, so that means they are meeting in secret. Following the little service together, kind of chatting, and Richard makes his way, after chatting, he makes his way over to you.
Roughly how many people were in
15
it?
adults and a bunch of kids. And you can't keep track of the kids.
Sure.
Because they'll like pop out of hallways and back in, Just not
Classic.
sure. But they like, everyone else has brought food, so everyone's now eating together.
I'll heat up the wall.
Richard gets to you and gives you a hug. Good to see you, brother.
You too, Richard.
I'm glad you could make it.
Sorry I was late.
It's fine.
I had to go the long way.
Well, we're glad that, despite everything, you still are choosing to join us.
Yeah.
No one followed you, yes?
I made sure.
Okay.
That's why I went the long way.
I don't want to. This is the problem with this. I'm already feeling paranoid. What do I have to fear? If they just found out?
True. I mean, on one hand, we want to do what's right, but you also have your family to think of. So,
We've had the conversations.
better to do it secretly while you can.
You're right.
Carefully.
Yep. So,
Sorry, distracted from random noises coming in through the window.
so your time in Traxtania is extended then?
At the moment, it seems indefinite. We haven't been given a recall date.
Be safe.
Trying.
Do. I heard that there was an explosion in the old city.
Yeah, it was a training accident. That's what I read in the
I
paper.
read that too.
Yeah.
We know that these.
It's not a training accident.
I didn't think it would be.
But you didn't hear that from me.
What did I not hear?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's wild.
Did you see anything?
After. I wasn't there when it happened. I was
Did they
dealing
send
with
Falstat soldiers to that area?
different explosion. No, not to my knowledge.
I've heard rumors about the old city that it is.
They don't patrol the old city.
Yeah. Bit of freedom, but then a lot of danger as well.
Yeah. It's a rough place. But the people are, they have the same needs that everyone else in the city does. But I just I'm glad that it was contained, limited.
Were many hurt?
Many
What you saw?
Many hurt,
This is a shame.
a few dead.
Really.
9
9
Like
dead.
missing,
was
sorry.
the
7 missing.
Unless there were more by
need
the.
to find
I mean, this is a few days later, so.
Well, these were going to be hard times, I believe, for all.
They're only gonna get worse, unfortunately.
Well, I will treat everyone else. Feel free to stay. Feel free to eat. Catch up with if anyone. You are a new face. They love new faces around here.
I'll try and remember as many names as I can.
You remember, he points to the young woman that's currently talking with the older couple right now, who you would have seen before
Smiling.
as the girl that was saved by Esquadron, Esmeralda.
Yes, Esmeralda.
She would remember you.
Yeah. What were the old couple's names?
Oh, Boris?
Boris?
Mhm.
Okay.
And Nate's making them up right now. Forgive me.
Yolanda.
I like it.
Boris and Yolanda? Okay. They told me, but
They're very soft-spoken.
so quiet.
Very quiet.
Like a church mouse.
Yeah, very small people.
Very small people. But they're so cute. Boris and Yolanda.
Now you have to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
We got Boris and Yolanda.
I got you.
Well, shame.
All right.
That-
Would you have anything specific while you're here? Or can we...
Nothing specific. No.
That's all.
Just trying to put names with faces and awkwardly meeting everyone, while also like just being conflicted by the fact that he's technically supposed to report them, but so dealing with like the consequences of being caught there, and also if they find out that he didn't report, like all that stuff is kind of like trying to remember names but also not remember names.
Yeah, you talk for a good while.
And
with
he
somebody
helps. Shoot, blanking. Seth is blanking on names.
On
Richard's wife,
Serena.
Serena, with like dishes and whatnot, and
Oh yeah.
makes sure that she can feel free to.
And as you do that,
Serena.
she's very.
I was scared. Don't let me have that.
Thanks for giving me the credit.
The silence was so long.
Esmeralda also assists you with that, helping out, so that way Serena can go do the thing. We'll move on for now,
Yeah.
just because I'm looking at the time. So
It's the 22nd.
It's the 22nd.
You already gave us a day of the week, so you're doomed.
Does Yana come back home?
We got
it's March 22nd right now.
we got March 18th Wednesday. So the 22nd will be Sunday. Unless Friday doesn't exist.
There are no Fridays in the Falstat calendar.
Because then Thursday is the new Friday. And that's cool, right?
It's fine.
It's,
I don't think.
we're now.
It's,
It's
All right.
important to know.
The whole lore of the
Yeah.
world is now
Right.
collapsed.
that's it. We're done.
No
Moving
Fridays.
over.
No Fridays.
We just wanted to get the misinformation out of the written text.
All
I've
right.
updated my text. 20 seconds.
Monday,
Oh man.
Is Mikhail coming?
23rd,
Is Mikhail coming?
6:17 AC.
I definitely made a big meal.
I go to the door. Who is it? What did we say?
If it's cold
Was it
outside,
the
someone's followed us.
No,
right?
that was a different.
Oh, that was a
from
different thing.
us. I'll just crack
Who
the
is
door.
Just ask him.
Who is it? It was a knock thing.
Yeah, just,
that
that was the knock.
Sorry, I forgot that we had a knock.
He stops, kind of like sides,
Yeah.
kind of comes
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
You look a little distraught.
Come, sit. We have food as well.
Remind the group, we don't give you any information, right? You just talk to us.
Yes.
So you finally learned something about espionage.
Tight lips, guys.
We knew that.
Ships.
We knew that, Reshik.
I know,
Tight
I'm
lips,
just reminding
sink
everybody
ships, right?
because I would have forgotten. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What are loose lips?
I don't want to get Mikhail in trouble.
Oh,
Mikhail? Mikhail? Mikhail.
blonde moment.
You're like, everyone's like, yes, tight lips,
Tight lips,
sink chips. Yep.
You gotta be open about everything.
Sit down. Lydia was ready for you to be here. She said that we couldn't eat until you got here.
Oh, there's food.
Yes, sir.
There's always gonna be food.
Yeah, can we get to the food, please?
Yeah.
It's light on the carbs. Reshik's
I've been
orders.
smelling this all day. It
So
smells
much
great.
So you all dig in.
Don't mind the blood on the floor.
We cleaned that up 3 days ago.
Just let the
Don't
Or
mind the
at
hole in the
It's
wall.
leaking through the ceiling.
What?
Lydia butchered her own
Maybe
cow
when
upstairs.
maybe when he
Yep.
airbended, it like flung.
Probably a
Oh,
little
That ain't
bit.
coming out of the carpet. I mean,
Was there?
am I allowed to talk? Or do we...
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
waiting.
Please. This is yours.
Well, I'm sure you heard about the explosion.
Mm-hmm. Terrible thing.
Training accident is what I heard.
Okay, so, information that I could dig up in the past week. Well, a lot of it seems to have changed because this explosion was at the Bjorn warehouse. Leader of the gang found a lead on the name Zhezniv Brodska. He is currently missing. Whether or not this has to do with the explosion, I do not know.
Who is he to us?
Can I get a spelling on that?
Sorry, I missed it. I was Jesny. Who is he?
Zhezniv Brodska. He's the leader of
Leader.
the order.
Leader.
So it is, if you really want the real spelling,
Yep.
Jzesniv,
I was
I was
without
so
the Z.
close.
I got it.
and then Brodska, Brotska.
Ah, I
And
was
without
so
the T.
close.
Yo.
So just a Z in front.
Z.
I got the
Brodska.
Jay-Z correct.
T. Listen, that's messed up.
Zhezniv
Jay-Z,
Bro.
Drake. We have all the rappers in there.
So
It's a little
Bjorn
rain outside.
is in a bit of chaos at the moment. It is my current belief that upon this, I believe Lodrisk will probably act. That is a center. That's a sector of the city that is currently leaderless and without direction. So there could be a turf, all-out turf war. That said, let's see. I was able to get the name of the Lodrisk in the Lodrisk family. No, I told you this. Alexei, leader. I only say this again for your information. If you ever need information from this man, he's alone every morning at a Lodrisk-run community center on Gibraltar Avenue. Goes for a morning swim. The only time he is alone.
Good to know.
When was that?
Every morning. I was able to find a Lodrisk main base of operations. Not exactly, and I cannot give an address, but Ashes Alley seems to be where they're operating out of. Yeah.
Neighbors.
If there is some sort of turf war, I am certain that your quarry will be involved. So be on the lookout. In the next week, I'm hoping to locate no. It's probably best that I do not say names. There are leads I am following. Did you know that there are that Etevarians were seen at a local diner?
We heard about it. Molly?
Maria's.
Maria.
I'd rather protect sources, but there was a larger group that had come in sometime earlier this week. And also, it seems more people are using the road from Detractors to Praxtania. There was some sort of after some sort of event, cave-in, something.
civilians using the road?
That I do not know.
Workers.
Do you know where the cave-in occurred?
About an hour north of the city.
Good to know.
I don't expect you have any knowledge on this, but if you could keep your ears out for a Buren gang member by the name of
That's what he was just telling us about.
no, he's not. I don't know his name though, and I remember I didn't write it down because the spelling was.
I
my spelling
don't
was
remember
horrendous.
either.
I wrote it down somewhere, but I can't find it.
Starts with an A.
Do we have the last name?
It's Stuart. I mean,
Yeah, let's get the name.
it's Stuart today. I know you guys wrote it down somewhere. Aloysi. It's Aloysi.
Oh yeah, Aloysi.
Aloysi.
Yeah,
Fullest
oh,
name.
sorry.
And what's the last name? Do we have the last name? I don't know. I would tell him that. I would just say, we'd like information on the whereabouts of Aloysi, whatever the last name is. I'm assuming we have
I
it.
didn't get it.
When you treated her, you didn't see an ID.
Oh,
Just wondering,
Yeah.
out of curiosity, whether our superiors are happy or sad about the explosion.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Something we can find out. It's not
It's
unimportant.
just hard to gauge what things are like back at wherever.
Yeah, I mean, he's not in direct communications with them, I don't think.
No.
He's more of like a word on the street type guy.
Right. This was delicious. But I should be gone. Do you have other questions for me?
Any word on where these Edivarians are staying?
They were seen, but not known.
Seen coming from the road from Decravos to Maria's and nowhere else.
The two, I cannot make assumptions. The two things are true, but doesn't necessarily mean they are the variants that were on the road.
Gotcha.
Just more traffic.
People definitely not going to Decravos and back. So, we got it. Thank you. It's been helpful.
He stands up.
Here, take some to go.
What's the general temperature of the common person?
I would say a bit fearful.
Of another explosion, or just of the impending turf war?
I mean, it depends who you talk to, but my guess would be a little bit of both. That power abhors vacuum.
Are the Laudrisks not taking credit for the explosion, but also not taking credit for the explosion? Clearly, they wanted it to happen.
I think in this case, from what I can gauge, it's not in their best interest to say either way. But that doesn't mean they're not going to seize the opportunity.
So, the people, they like the Baron gang?
I guess it depends who you talk to.
Yeah.
Best of luck. I'll see you in a week.
You as well.
He heads out.
It could have gone worse.
I mean, it's good information. We know that.
He kind of told us things that we already knew.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that we know it, and he shouldn't know that we know it.
And now we have a name.
We have a name.
We also know that, despite with the lack of a tunnel, there may be. It seems like the Edivarians are coming from somewhere near Detractors.
It also seems like they're coming out of the woodwork. Like I said,
Yeah.
this would cause
Or they could just be going north
to the top.
to where the breach in the tunnel is, and then going back underground.
Would we have like 100 yards of cave-in? That'd take weeks to clear.
Well, they can from what the from directionally, the cave-in was from the north, so they can get into
get
that
in.
sinkhole
Yeah.
to the Baron Gang warehouse.
There's still rubble in the way, though. I thought there was rubble on
Maybe
your
there
side
would
that
be a way
dug
we could-
well.
He was on the north side. I was on the south side.
Yeah. They can't get anything big in and out, though. No vehicles.
Unless they
maybe
cleared it somewhere.
perambulators. Hey, I didn't think it was going to be a permanent solution.
Regardless, the only way out of that tunnel, other than this cave-in, was a broken elevator. Even if they were delivering supplies, it would only be a storage location.
And now they can't get them up.
And
They didn't pass any other
elevator
stations,
would
right?
probably be pretty easy
Nothing,
to
we passed
fix. I
nothing,
mean, I just
yeah.
over.
Do you think that they would be
Right.
using the tunnel that is closed off on either side? Do you think that they would be using that as a residence, perhaps, to hide out until things get better?
It has an open.
Possible.
Well, we know where that
You
point
know,
is.
they like Maria's Diner.
But
Yeah.
we sent word back to Detractors, correct?
Yes.
We should be hearing from them soon. Wait till our next orders before making any moves.
Might be a good idea.
I mean, I don't think that it would be remiss to assume that we could start planning somebody to go bump into Alexi at the community center, have a conversation.
Is this to find the kid?
I want to see what Mikhail says about that.
Then what are we talking to Alexi about?
I could rig the pool to explode.
I mean, just remember, we're trying to gather information.
I could
What
freeze him to
information do we
death.
need from them?
Sure that he has information on the Edivarians. They're the people that they're fighting in a proxy turf war.
That the Baron Gang is sure to be keeping quiet who they're working with.
The Logics don't seem dumb, though. They have to know that they're getting there. If anything, keying the Logics into the Edivarians' involvement could be to our favor.
Another gang that's against Falstat, though.
The Logics?
They're not working with us.
I thought they were.
They're not working
They're backed by
against us.
Falstat.
We were backing them as a necessary evil. Somebody has to control the old city, and it's not going to be Falstat.
Can we do anything fun?
You want to go to a diner?
Yeah, maybe.
We just ate.
Or we could go undercover as low risk, but that doesn't seem good because we are not family. So
It's been really stressful lately.
Well, if you can come up with a list of questions, one of us can talk to Alexi. Or a list of information we want to give them.
Community center pool. Has to keep cool.
Do they have dances at the
Seems
community?
like it's a
Maybe.
doubt for Yannick.
You want to go dancing all over?
Not very good.
I've never done it before.
Have we heard from Lena in the last few days?
That'd be fun.
No, not.
I know you have land.
Did I find
You
anything
guys
in the
heard about
mailbox?
Maybe I can
But-
find
Did I find anything in the mailbox?
Where we just have like a jive night or something?
No. Only one way to find out.
Nothing in your mailbox. Oh no, I'm sorry, buddy.
I really want to find a sweetheart.
Did I get anything
you'll
from
find someone.
the
to
Bartolon
forget.
Times?
Who
Is
else?
to be expected.
I don't want to die without ever having a girlfriend.
Do you go check the PO box?
At some point in the week,
Sure.
I would have.
No.
Is it a surprise that I'm
Not there yet.
straight? What's that face?
Keep checking, buddy. Keep checking.
God,
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough.
I feel the same.
I could go for a trip to the diner. After, later for dinner, whatever.
we probably shouldn't all go, or at least not together.
We
I
sit at
could
different
go
tables.
looking for a job. I haven't really done my undercover thing yet.
Was it like a daily thing?
What was your
forgetting
thing?
that?
Well, I was going to do school teaching, but their actual mission got in the way, so maybe I could go apply to be a waitress and keep my ears out for.
She does need help. It was just her and the cook.
Would you be
I'm
too
a good
tired
cook.
to come home and clean though?
Yannick can clean.
Wow, I thought you liked
Rock
cleaning.
can clean.
I do.
What age students were you gonna teach?
Any.
Can I be a student?
Well, I was.
Probably girls.
You
then.
are already my
Oh,
student, Kriqit.
Yeah, but if I could go to the school, there's probably tons of girls there.
No, I wasn't talking about getting a job as a school teacher. I was talking about getting a job as a waitress.
You are a man now.
Before she was going to be a tutor.
But I didn't actually act on it, so
No
I.
matter what your age
I'm free.
is,
I have needs.
you're a man now.
All right, can we?
So what say you, Rashik? Do I apply?
I mean, it's if it's what you want to do, sure.
All right. And Morphe, I'm sorry. What did you want to
Can we
say?
all go over our identities? We have someone who we have no idea where she is that knows most of our names. Let's not let that happen again. I know we weren't trained on it, but you can at least use a fraction of your brain power to
Yes.
know your
correct.
new name.
Correct.
You also.
I didn't spill my own name. What if we? It appears that we now need a small amount of leverage on Lana because she knows more than she should know. What if we just said that we might have leads on her brother?
We do have leads on our brother.
Yeah, but like imply that we're closer than we are. Keep her very close to the chest.
I bet you'd like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Be a bit dishonest, though.
Oh, wait, no, you wouldn't like that.
It's more of just like keeping her calm. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good.
Tight lips sink ships.
What?
I'm just saying, if she appears to start going off the rails, she's not a fan of what we stand for. So we need to make sure that she knows that getting her brother back is important to us. Whether it is important to you all, it is important to me. It's not a command.
You think maybe there's one of your questions to Lexi.
I was thinking that too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could ask the identity of the guy that we sold.
Yeah. That's.
It's a long shot that it's him, but
Or just, I
At
mean, if
least ask what happened to him.
the Burn Gang doesn't know where her brother is, I'm sure she's asked them, since she's been stealing for them,
yeah, they said he was on a mission or something. He was
Exactly.
on an assignment.
which could mean anything.
They don't know where he is. They're not
I just want to have fun.
civilized.
If only I could turn this water into wine. Am I right, Oliver?
What?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Hmm.
Never mind.
Just give Oliver a look. Well,
Did you check for report back today? Did we send this via telegram? Did we send it stuff via telegram? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I
We
don't
sent
know,
it the next
we're-
day, however way we were instructed to send our reports.
How quick are these telegrams these days?
I mean, I would have given that to you on Wednesday,
Yeah,
late night. So
yeah.
Thursday.
Thursday it would have been out. Yeah.
Did you check on Sunday? Today is Sunday. Did you check yet? I mean,
I was not given
Today's
orders to
Monday.
check the mailbox, Reshik.
So we are getting it via mail. That was the question.
telegrams usually are delivered
If
by
we
courier.
checked Oh, we haven't received a courier yet.
And I don't think anyone should know our address, right?
Well, that Falstat government.
Well, yeah, that is
It'd probably be a secure.
It would
That's
come
true.
from the base, probably.
Yeah, it'd be a secure courier. All right. I mean, that's. We can always talk to Alexei. I feel like that's the next obvious move, but I would like to get word back from Detractors. It's probably gonna be just like thumbs up and no other information.
Yeah. Talk to Alexei. Stake out the diner. Get some eyes on these Edivarians.
Depending on, I'm not opposed to venturing back into the woods and keeping an eye on them from afar just to see what we can see.
Sure.
They could have more perambulators moving rubble.
It's true.
That would spell problems. Good thing we know how to handle perambulators.
That sounds fun, huh, Kriqit?
What kind of... I meant to ask you. What kind of perambulator was it?
The one that exploded?
Yeah.
Notes.
J70.
J7.
I don't think that's in my book.
Jekyll.
Jekyll, J70.
Jackal.
Jekyll? I have Jekyll, but it might be Jack. It's probably
It was at a variant, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a.
the Edivarian flag.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
What? Is it still
it's
there?
on your shoulder.
Hello, friend. Hi. Okay, bye.
Oh, it
bye.
wasn't
That
a
was a
stink bug
bigger
this time.
explosion than I expected too, honestly.
I wonder if it was a fuel source.
There's something weird about it. It shouldn't have been that big.
A
I've been
fuel
thinking about it a
source
lot.
and- What?
The explosion.
They and like in my book they talk about with different perambulators there's different fuel sources, right?
Yeah.
And
without a
didn't
fuel
wasn't it the Elvarians who dismantled the radio tower and had a lot to do with fuel? Maybe that's their MO. Or
Or was it a flamethrower?
Was it that uranium you were talking about?
what?
Maybe.
That would be bad.
That would be something special.
You guys were in the rubble, sifting through the radioactive rubble. I don't even know what uranium
I
is.
don't think we know enough.
That
So,
would have been a lot bigger explosion.
small nuke.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll go back to the rubble and see if I can smell anything weird. Because, you know,
What do you remember what weapons it had? Usually they have guns. Did this one have guns?
well, I mean, it was hard to tell underneath the blanket.
What would it need a bigger tank for, though?
Well, different fuel source. It could be, you know,
Flamethrower. Did they make them with flamethrower?
well, it could definitely change the speed, the velocity at which it could travel, the flames for
Word.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go with you. I know a few things about chemicals,
I kind of want to see the rubble.
and yeah,
So,
we haven't seen it.
yeah. Maybe find a couple
What do you
of those
think?
missing.
You're the expert. I was just curious.
Well, you're the one with the book.
They're kind of outdated.
Who wrote that book? What country? Fine, I'm assuming that we have similar tech to the Delians, but maybe not to the Edivarians. I don't know. I don't know where they're at in technological advancement.
I'm going to go get a job at the diner. And I will see you all later.
Try to smile.
I'm going to get some lunch.
Yes, sir.
If you want money, they pay you. It's all tip based. Like
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get paid like one brawl an hour, plus tips. So
All right.
Could you imagine getting served by Lydia?
my husband liked eggs.
He's dead.
My name is Kassers.
How much of that did you say, Reshik?
Less.
How much of that did you actually say,
I
Reshik?
would have just said, like, smile more, you get paid on tips.
Okay.
Oh, wait, did they tip?
Not in this country.
No, we talked about it, though. I thought they did.
Yeah.
They
Wait,
did tip,
oh, they
yeah.
did
Because
tip?
everyone's
Oh, okay.
confused when they
Yeah. Because it's
Gotcha.
like,
Yeah.
we don't
It's
tip here,
authentic.
but we tip here.
Yep.
Which would be like, yeah, they're paying a waitress like pennies and then nobody's tipping because they don't know. Worst.
Well, can I come with you to the...
Yeah, of course. I'd love that.
I'll go with you so you're not alone. But
I mean,
not
as much
Not
you.
with me.
But I'll
Here you go. Sorry, I'm not very good
That
at
was
your
really good.
accent.
Don't try an accent.
No, I wasn't going to.
Hugo
Wow.
Diglett.
Is this what, like,
Was that supposed to be some sort of Italian? What was it?
I don't know what it was. It was
Sorry, man.
weird. I was trying to imitate him, but it didn't go so well.
Hugo.
Let me try. You good? You good?
Hugo.
Oh, no. No. Hugo.
Hugo.
Do it one more time.
Hugo.
Hugo.
This is important.
this is worth airtime.
While we're walking and talking, I settle up next to you, Kriqit. I didn't really get a chance to talk to you. These last few days, my head has been quite fuzzy.
Yeah, can you see out of your eye yet?
You don't know that.
I don't know that. I didn't hear that.
It was,
No one knows
It's
that.
been like 2 days.
It's,
I
intention-
don't know
it's
that.
intentionally
No one
kept
knows
secret.
that.
Intentionally kept secret.
Can you
Shelby.
How do
move
you
your
hide
eye?
that? She's just why hide that? You don't even look at Morbid. You're scared of her. You wouldn't
Okay, whatever.
I come up to your left
I
side.
don't know it.
see with her good eye.
I say, yeah, here, catch, and I throw something at you.
I'm on your left side, so I can catch it. I have
Why
my.
couldn't you catch it? No, I'm just joking. Okay.
I have brought my notebook with me. Kriqit, I know that Lydia explained to me a little bit about what happened at the explosion.
Yeah, with Oliver. Yeah, he's pretty upset.
Yeah, are you upset?
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly thrilled. I mean, I did what I had to do.
Did you?
I mean, I think so.
And you believe that?
I mean, I think I have to choose to believe it, because if I don't believe it, then I just killed 9 people for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Do me a favor. Not very good at asking questions. Was something I was trying to be better at. Figuring out my research with psychology. Never really got there.
Psychology, I remember.
Sometimes it makes you feel better, whatever you're feeling, if you just talk through it. And I know that you're very good at talking.
Yeah. Mom said I was gifted.
So,
Oh.
I'm gonna walk with you. And I'm gonna take notes. Just talk. Tell me how you're feeling.
Okay.
I might add things here and there.
So where do I start?
Well, last thing you said was you think you did the right thing.
Well, yeah, I think I did the right thing. You know, when you think about it, you know, what exploded was a perambulator. You know, that does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Kriqit?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't really want to talk about it.
That's not like you.
Well, maybe people change.
Does it hurt to talk about it?
I don't like to think about it, that's for sure.
Does it hurt?
I don't know about hurt. It's tough to say.
Do you feel queasy?
No, I
Doug really likes me.
does like you. I kind of feel angry.
At who or what?
I guess everybody. Yeah, well, not everybody. I mean, I did the right thing.
You can be angry, especially at me.
I don't want to be angry at anybody. And that's why I don't want to talk about it. We'll just move on.
Be angry, Kriqit. You're allowed. I'm giving you permission to yell at me. To yell at the sky. To yell at the Almighty.
I kind of past that, you know, that point of screaming, yelling. It's fine. I thank you for what you're doing. I appreciate it. But nothing's going to change what happened. And I have to live with it any way that I can, and the way that I'm going to live with it is to think that I did the right thing.
I stopped walking. You were following orders. Rock's orders.
He's proud of me. He usually hates me. And now it seems like I'm the only one he likes. And that feels good.
It does. I know. It's okay to not be fine. But if you think you did the right thing, I believe you.
Look, I understand that killing people isn't the right thing. And I wish that I didn't have to do it. But I saved people. I know we say the greater good all the time, but like it means something to me to be able to say that I stopped evil from happening with this one action. I just can't think about the bodies that we pulled out.
We can't change what's happened. Whether you feel like it was right or not. If it's not sitting well, that's one thing, but we can't change it. But the next time we do something, maybe we can find another way that doesn't involve killing people. At least not right away.
Yeah, I guess that's not a bad idea.
I can help you think through it the next time. Talk through it.
But when does talking through it become disobeying orders? They tell us not to ask questions. And I'm thinking that talking through it is asking questions.
If you have a chance to make a decision, if you have time to make a decision, then talking through it isn't bad. Sometimes we don't have time. And we have to do what our instinct tells us. Our compass tells us. But sometimes we do have time to talk through it. And that's not disobeying orders. That's finding the most efficient way to do something with the least amount of life lost. Everyone deserves a chance to change.
What's your deal? Like, you keep saying you're not a good person. And then you try to convince me that I'm a good person or how to be good. Like, what's going on?
I'm not trying to convince you that you're a good person.
Look, I didn't ask you to comfort me. I said I didn't want to talk about it.
There you go. Now you're yelling.
You're all hearing this at that point.
You're angry. Be angry. Be fine. Be whatever you want to be. But every choice we make, we have options. There's never just one path. I don't think I'm a good person, but I'm trying to be one.
And I thought I was a good person, and everyone's trying to convince me I'm not.
We're not trying to convince you you're a bad person. We're just saying maybe it was a bad decision. That's it. You... In a way, we're all defined by the choices that we make. But we don't have to be that forever.
What even is good? Who decides what's good?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oliver. Yannick. They'd say the Almighty determines what's good.
Well, I've heard about him. Everyone hated him, so look how that turned out.
Seems like you won't be able to please everyone.
No.
Find something to believe in, Kriqit. Find something to hold on to. And stick with that. But be willing to change your mind.
Yeah. Well, looks like we're here.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thanks for being a bad person.
You're welcome.
As you all arrive at the warehouse, curious about what happened the day the bomb went off. The others on their way to find new leads at Maria's diner. And seemingly things changing inside of the old city. I think we're going to call it for tonight. Thank you all for joining us for tonight's episode. Sticking with us. This was fun. Are we ready?
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the table.
See you next time.
How can it be that as I roam, thy mercy follows me? Ne'er do I walk without thy grace, thy light abundant be. For great a sinner as am I, cannot thy will obey. But thou didst strike thy only Son, and made for me a way. In times of strife, when sorrows meet, and evil wins the day, I gaze upon thy heavenly seat, and darkness rolls away. Where thy hand, it shields me in the fight. For all the days I walk this land, thou art my song at night. And when this heart shall beat its last, no more this air to breathe, thy call